morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on Wednesday, January 15th. Well, today I'm doing a video to answer questions, but mostly on the Puerto Rico situation with Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. But let's get the business out of the way here. Well, yesterday you had the DNC debates with those 6 guys, right? Tulsi wasn't part of it. But did you get anything out of it? Well, all I got is Elizabeth Warren saying that the 2 women, her and the other lady that was there, uh, senator, have won the most elections. And Sanders saying that he last won in 1990. Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, and climate change from Buttigieg. Yeah, really. But nobody answered the question. You know how many murders you got in the United States? If you take 1 murder per state per day, that's 50 a day, okay? So we're on January 15th, right? So that means that you got 225 murders already. Just in the first 15 days of the year, and that's being conservative. 1 murder per state per day. Here in Atlanta, I can tell you that yesterday alone we had 7 murders. Here, if you add all the counties up, maybe 12. So, if you add the big 3 counties, Cobb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County, if you add them all up, you got at least 12 murders in one day. And that was only using 1. So you see what I mean, Americans? You got a huge problem here. But then again, like I said, and back to the mailbag here. I got a question from a couple of you Tulsi supporters telling me, you never explained why Puerto Rico is a kryptonite to Tulsi Gabbard. Well, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard should tell you that. Is Puerto Rico a state? No, it's a commonwealth. Therefore, your constitution does not apply here, even though they're American citizens. Don't you get it? If you read the Constitution, it's split between 2 things: the federal government and whatever is not is given to the states. It doesn't say anything about commonwealths, republics, or anything else where American citizens are American citizens, like American Samoa, uh, the Marshall Islands. And I think the only 2 left that are processions still is the U.S. Virgin Islands that they got from the Danish back 100 years ago. Well, but Puerto Rico, they annexed from Spain, and then they created the Commonwealth in 1952. Plus, they got baggage there that you guys don't understand. In 1954, a group of what you would call dissidents at the time, protesters, terrorists today, as you would call them, went into the Capitol Hill and shut up the chambers, I believe, of the House. Big time. I mean, they went in there shooting. And this is 1954, people. That left a bad taste in the Congress. And bad taste in the Puerto Rican people because they thought that, hey, the Americans are mistreating our people when you go there and shoot them. So the Puerto Ricans, and I grew up in the 70s and 60s, okay? And I met a lot of Puerto Ricans, and they have a despise for the Americans because they think that they're being mistreated, but they don't want to be Americans, and they don't want to be outside of the United States. They want to be, quote, have all the benefits of Americans, but don't be Americans. Puerto Ricans have to decide one way or the other. Do you want to be the 51st state, and therefore your big debt that you have there gets disallowed, as in Texas, when they got admitted or annexed by the United States? Do you want to be annexed and have the Commonwealth gone and be the 51st state, the state of Puerto Rico? That means that your international affiliations will have to cease because you can't be Puerto Rico in the IOC. You can't be Puerto Rico for the Americans Association of States, or the OAS, which is the equivalent of the United Nations for the Western Hemisphere, and other nations can't treat you like Estado Libre Asociado. So you see what I mean, Tulsi supporters? This is the kryptonite that Tulsi's getting into. It's a mess. Sure, they need help in Puerto Rico. I'm not debating that. But politically, it's kind of hard to give it to them because of the mess they're in. And it's caused by your Constitution. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Do you get the hint now in Puerto Rico why it's a kryptonite for Congresswoman Gabbard and she doesn't know it? The Democrats and the Republicans both have a beef here because the Puerto Ricans went up there and shot the Capitol Hill. You don't go in there and shoot up the place. Come on. And then the behavior of the Puerto Rican people themselves. Do they want to be a 51st state or don't they? They have a hand in this. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good day.